No, I'm not, Kyle. I'm south from you, but not that far south.
Welcome, race fans, to the bright lights of Las Vegas, Nevada, and the legendary Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tonight, under the desert sky, it's time for short track action at its very best, the Las Vegas Showdown Twin 50s. Two thrilling 50-lap features are on tap, where the top late model drivers will battle door-to-door, fender-to-fender, for glory on this fast, tight 3/8 mile oval. The stakes couldn't be higher. Speed, strategy, and survival will all come into play, not just one, but two main events. Can one driver sweep the night and cement their place as the king of the Bullring, or will we see two different winners shine in Sin City? Buckle up, because the Vegas Showdown Twin 50 starts right now. Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Vegas Showdown Twin 50s. I am Robert McKay. Alongside me tonight is Cohen Haas. Cohen Haas, welcome back to the booth. Yeah, it feels good to have you back in the booth. A familiar face next to me, but a familiar face on track tonight. Something that we've done with Cohen Haas a few times. We are now going to be trying here with our very own Christopher Roscoe. Let's pull him in here. Good evening, Roscoe. Welcome to your very first ever race as an in-car commentator. For the folks at home that don't know what an in-car commentator is, it's basically a glorified racer. So we'll be pulling him throughout different times of the night to get driver exclusive feedback on the car, the track, and so forth. How excited are you?
All right, guys, while we are gridding, just want to let you know the first start is on the green flag in the box. Every restart will be on the leader in the box. Let's have a good race. Let's have a good broadcast. Let's put on a good show.
Running order here. As always, Brandon Elvis puts it on pole position, followed by the 71 of Adam Fullerford, the 14 of Trenton Bestgrove, the 25 of Dylan Potts, the 41 of Justin Coleman, the 15 of Kyle DeMoss, the 80 of Christopher Smith, the 77 of Sean McLaughlin, Christopher Rosca in the 00 in 9th, and then Frank Barbary in 10th, who did not set a time. So it should be a tight, interesting race. How does the car feel? What is your initial feedback? Yeah, exactly, and you had a troublesome practice session, a lot of wrecking, a lot of incidents. Every session you always do. Well, hopefully you don't go airborne later on tonight. We'll see you later for our first set of feedback. Thank you. As the drivers roll off the grid tonight, Brandon Elvis puts it on pole position, looking to back up his two-race victory, trying to get his 7th win on the season. Absolute domination by Brandon Elvis. No one's been able to stop him. Pull up the weather here. It's a nice, crisp 19 degrees Celsius, 3 kilometer an hour wind speeds, and 80% humidity. Cohen, what's your thoughts? More than likely. Reflex that back out. Welcome to racing here at the Bullring. Brandon Elvis off to a really good start. The 71 on the outside can't take advantage of it. Still side by side racing out the pack here. Contact from the 15 and the 25. 15 runs up high. 80 takes advantage, runs down low. side by side going through turns 3 and 4. Great race so far by the 41. Take a look at our leader, Brandon Elvis, who hasn't really pulled away, but has set the fastest lap, 14.86. Ninth. Starting car commentator running ninth. Right in front of him, battle for 7th position between the 15 and the 77. 26, not off to a good start. Already a few seconds behind the pack. Still dead last. Did not set a time in qualifying. Yay. No, but he's an incredible driver. It's absolutely incredible what he's been doing. It's again, it's incredible. Not really another word for it. I don't think we've seen this level of domination in any racing series. In any racing series, that is.
True.
Yeah, our biggest mover of the race is tied between the 41 and the 80. Both have moved up 2 spots. Still Pots as the loser. Currently lost 2 positions there on the start. Nice clean racing. Kind of nice, clean racing. Not a whole lot of action going on. Right now, our closest battle on track is between the 80 and 14. Right on board with the 80 and Christopher Smith here.
Of course.
If I can find it. Here's. Dives down to the inside as the 14 makes a mistake. He makes the pass. Christopher Smith, now the biggest mover of the race, moving up 3 positions since the start.
Yeah, man, he's been moving.
Rosca still stuck in dead last. It's time to bring in
our broadcast.
Our in-car broadcaster presented by Manny Forte Crafts. Welcome back to the booth, Christopher Rosca. Not the start you wanted.
No, not particularly.
How's the car feeling? You're currently running in 9th. Not, you actually are running some of the slowest laps, but only by a couple of hundredths. How's the car feel? How's the track feel? What's your feedback?
Car felt fine until I binned it. I put in the wall off of 4 and got a little bit of damage, and the car's just been sluggish since.
Okay, let's pull up your last lap compared to the leader lap here. You're about 0.6 off the leader's pace.
That's...
It's definitely not best case scenario. Let's see, actually might be 0.5 off. Yeah, that was 0.5 off the leader.
That's about where I was in qualifying.
They're about 2 seconds behind Scott McLaughlin there in the 7-7. What has that damage done there? It's not a whole lot of visible damage. What has that damage done to the vehicle that's kind of causing it to act this way?
I got a bit of wheel damage, so the wheel's pointed the wrong way, so it's grinding and slowing down. The wheel isn't pointed the right direction, So the tire itself is actively sliding on the track.
You know, to me, it does not sound like funsies.
It is not.
Yes, riding on board with the helmet cam. Yeah, you're really fighting that thing.
Yep.
Alright, well, we'll see you later. Hopefully you'll have better news or better things to talk about. And hopefully you can get that damage fixed before the second 50-lap race.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You mind explaining these two 50-lap races?
Yeah, so we did this earlier at USA International Speedway for the Twin 40s. Basically, what it is instead of having one big, long 50-lap race, we split it up into two smaller 50-lap races. Now, the biggest thing here is that the points are still the same. So if you finish dead last in Heat 1 and win dead last in the first Twin 50 and win the second one, but the guy who won the first Twin 50 finishes dead last, you two will come out with the same amount of points. Like, points are equal through both races, and they count as a full race points. So you have a chance to earn double points here tonight.
So basically a more complicated version of stages.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a stage, but imagine instead of running under caution, we pulled all the cars over onto pit road, and we stopped for 10 minutes. And the points were the same for both.
So basically we go under red flag for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have a red flag for 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back with the second race. It's interesting, that's for sure. I like this kind of format because it allows, and something big, is that the top four, I want to say, the top four, so the finishing order for this is how the Twin 2, the second race is set up. The top four get sent to the rear. So Brandon Elvis will start, if he wins this race, he will start in dead last. As Frank Barbary comes down pit road.
You know, I would not be surprised if Brandon Elvis wins this race. He'll probably still end up making his way right back to where he started.
Oh, exactly. I mean, he did that at the last Twin race. As Christopher Rosca is threatened getting lapped down. It's right on board. It's just the rear view camera.
Rosca is not off to a good start tonight.
No, he is not. There's not a lot he can do here with only 18 laps left.
Of course. However, we are riding caution-free right now.
And hopefully it stays that way, so 70 puts Christopher Rosca a lap down. Run out board here with the 71 as he's currently being blocked by Rosca. Rosca continues in position. Laps ago, and I think it's time for this Twin 50's crank it up. Let's crank it up here. 5 laps to go at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the first 150. Brennan Elvis out to a couple second lead here, about a second lead. No one has been able to touch Brandon Elvis, as he is currently 1.17 seconds ahead of Fullard, who has also run a good race since he knew the biggest mover was. That's going to be Christopher Smith, so still in the 4th position, +3.
I think we really got to focus on Roska. He's moved up 1 position.
Actually, no, he started 9th. 2 laps to go.
Oh, I thought he started 10.
Elvis coming through turns 3 and 4. White flag out for the first twin 50. Led every single lap. Absolutely nobody has been able to touch him, and no one will touch him coming down the backstretch here for the last time in tonight's event. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Brandon Elvis takes the win in the first twin 50.
Congratulations to Brandon Elvis. I'm sure he's glad to finish off first for that first one.
Sorry if I got into you, Colt. 77 on that.
I wonder if Brandon ever gets bored of leading races.
He probably does.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Brandon Elvis takes the win, followed by Fulford, Coleman. Here we go. Trying to get Fulford, Coleman, Smith, Potts, DeMoss, Bestgrove, Roska, McLaughlin, and Barbie is how we will start the first race.
Yeah, we need a few minutes.
What's up?
Better delay grading, I know that. Half the field's gonna miss it. There we go.
Somewhere around like 5 to 10 minutes maybe.
And as the drivers grid up, we'll be taking that 10-minute green flag. We'll be right back here with all the racing action from Las Vegas Motor Speedway after this.
Whopper, 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 Junior Double.
Was that okay? Robert. Hey, McKay.
Welcome back here to the Vegas Showdown Twin 50s here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
If you guys in the back,
The
there,
top
get a black
four
flag,
from the
just let me
last
know.
twin dropping to the rear of the field per rules.
Yeah, I think
It's going to be an interesting race to see how they come back to the front. That means Dylan Potts will be starting this race on pole position. Christopher Roscoe will be starting in fourth.
I think I know who will win tonight.
I think it's going to be Brandon Elvis, but let's bring in Christopher Roscoe real quick. Christopher Roscoe starting in fourth. What's your thoughts?
I shouldn't be up here.
Well, they flipped the field, so
Yep.
good
Well,
luck.
they dropped the front four.
Which put you in fourth. Hopefully you can stay there. Good luck. Green flag back out here. Welcome back to the second twin race. DeMoss running up top gets a really good jump. Contact, 80 around.
Whoa.
Caution's out. First caution of the night brought to you by the 71 and the 80. Cautions are brought to you by Griffin Race Paints. Griffin Race Paints, where design meets performance. Let's bring up the
It
replay.
also looks like Rosca had just spun himself. Or not spun himself up, dropped the position.
Let's see here. This is the replay. Field checks up, 80 checks up into the 871 into the 80 door for him to go.
Yeah, it doesn't
Guys,
look
we're
like
labeling
a
that as
fault.
a racing incident. Let's
Race
just
control
pay attention
view,
to everybody. Give
Says
each
it's
other
a
little bit
racing
of room.
incident. Rosca
I know
still in
it's
the fourth
hard racing
position.
here.
Brandon Elvis moves up one position
go
up
ahead and check up on the
to
exit
7.
for
Moves
tonight.
up a couple of positions, actually. Now up
You know,
to
maybe
8th.
we should put some rocket fuel on that intake for Rosca.
I think that's what Brandon Elvis is doing. Can't copy him. As you can see here from this camera angle, once the drivers come back around turns 3 and 4, you'll see where it's called the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. See the beautiful mountains there to the right. And as you pan the camera slowly to the left, you can see right there, that is the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the short track just outside of it, the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kind of cool.
I agree. Can't remember, does iRacing make you pay extra for the Bullring?
Yes, it's 2 separate tracks.
Bro, just let me drive over there at that point.
Yeah.
Guys, stack them up.
One to go here,
Numbers
presented
green
by
on
Griffin
the
Race
leader
Paints.
in the
Griffin
box.
Race Paints, where design meets performance. 25 will be leading the field to green once again.
Didn't know Griffin sponsored here too. I forgot.
Pace car pulls off onto pit road.
Doesn't have Travis Griffin.
The green flag is back out. Green, green, green here. 15 gets a really good jump. Jumps to his outside. Going into turn 1. Runs it high.
15's had some really good jumps in this one. What many points? And he's back.
00 dropping positions like a fly, getting stuck on that outside lane.
He must have found the light and it was just behind him.
Contact, 25, 15. 15 drops.
Kind of like a moth.
41
He sees
side
a
by
light
side
in-
here. Dives down low. Great pass there by the 80.
And Roscoe's almost dropped to last. He's ninth.
Yeah, not the 80 he wanted. Brandon Elvis up to 7th.
He's dropping like a brick. Wow.
Elvis dives down low, trying to get a 2-for-1 deal on the 71. Still side by side with the 80. Makes the pass.
Yeah, Kyle, if there's anything you can do for the next race is to try and fix that blinking. It's looking pretty bad.
70 dives down low, dives hard. Still really deep through 1 and 2.
Wonder how long the 25's going to be able to hold on to that lead for.
Currently the 14's all over the back bumper. Let's ride on board.
Trying to cut it low. That just doesn't work in his favor.
He's pushing really hard though, making up a lot of time going into the corner.
Yeah, he's definitely catching up. He just doesn't have that exit speed.
Whoa, 14 gets slow.
He's a...
See the top 5 here, top 5, 6 are all in this lead pack.
6.
Brandon Elvis also here. No surprise there.
Elvis and 6.
Yeah, Brandon Elvis is flying. 41 all over the back bumper, the 14. 14
So
tries
far
to dive down.
we got Potts in the lead. We got Bez, how do you pronounce his last name? Bezgrove in second. Coleman in third. Dumas in fourth. Holford in fifth. And then 6th and 7th place is Elvis and Smith.
3 wide here, 71 down low.
Some good racing.
See what Brandon Elvis can do here. But here comes the 41. Sending it 3 wide. Oh, never mind, doesn't. Oh, contact! 41 around.
Is that going to come out with
Caution.
a caution? Yeah, it will.
Let's get that replay.
Man, my back.
Yeah, you can see the 41 tries to make a move. And has just nowhere to go.
Yeah.
We're going to take this opportunity. I saw a really good move. We're going to use this opportunity to do something new that the league wanted to bring in. This has to be one of the best moves of the night, which is why we're going to be doing our very first Lucas Oil slick move of the race. Let me get that replay pulled up here. Yeah, this is going to be the Lucas Oil slick move of the race. This is with the 70 and the 41 here. 70 dives, to the 15. 70 gets on his back bumper after fighting with this 15. 41 goes to send it 3 wide. Contact between the 15 and the 70 there, but the 70 gets down enough power, gets it out of the corner. What a move there. A move that took him half a lap. It's the 41 Rex. That is going to be the Lucas Oil slick move of the race, presented to you by Lucas
We're
Oil.
going to label that as a racing incident. Let's just pay attention. Not really saying it was on anybody. It was kind of between both cars. So let's just.
One to go here. Presented by Mandy 14 Crafts. Mandy 14 Crafts, where bringing art to life. Gonna be coming here with about 30-something laps to go. Elvis up to third, Rosca in fourth. What a surprise there by pitch strategy. Pace car around for 3 and 4. Green flag back out here. Great jump there. Horrible start by the 00.
You know, something on my mind is, how many miles is on that Ford Mustang pace car?
Way too many. 70 dives down low to the 25. This may actually be the move of the race right here. Dives down low, dives deep, makes contact again. Brandon Elvis back to the lead. And here comes the 25, not willing to give that up. But the 71 takes advantage of the 25. 70 gets the lead. 71 trying to take advantage here. 71 dives down low, but here comes the 80 trying to throw his hat into the ring.
Very intense race.
80 makes the pass on the 25, the 41. Everyone taking advantage of the 25 here. 25 dropping like a rock. So did Rosca back ninth.
Yeah, not having the racing one.
15 dives down low, dives down to the inside to stop the bleeding. But Brandon Elvis is back in the lead. Didn't take him long. Side by side here, 71 and 80.
No, we might as well call the race now.
Yeah, but we still have a lot more positions to battle as Bestgrove and the 77 are fighting. The 71 and the 41 fighting. This is a battle for third. Now the battle for fourth as the 15 brings it on to the 71. 71 making a lot of contact with the wall. 71 concedes. Not even halfway through this race, 29 laps to go. Oh, 15 gets loose. 71 tries to take advantage by running the top, has nowhere to go. 25 hits the wall, trying to run up top, trying to pass Trenton Bestgrove for 6th.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's in 7th right now. He wants to get into 6th place, but you know, that 6th is really blocking the 7th place.
I see where you're trying to set it up there. I'm not going to let you. Let's bring in our very own in-car broadcaster. Presented by Mandy 14 Crafts. Roscoe will come back to the booth. Not the night you wanted at all. I don't know if you have damage here, but you really fell off like a rock on that restart.
Yeah, I didn't put tires on the car, and that wasn't the right choice, but didn't help that 14 slid up and almost put me in the wall earlier, too. That lost me a bunch of time.
Yeah, currently about 2.5 seconds, almost 2 seconds off. 8th place of Scott McLaughlin. How's the car feeling?
Car's feeling fine, a little bit better than last race. Don't have the same damage.
Hopefully you can come back and try to get a good finish just over halfway here. Thanks for joining us.
Hmm.
Nothing like that Christopher Roscoe wanted at all. The battle for the lead here is heating up. Or should I say intensifying, because I don't think anyone can pass it, but the 80 sure going to give it a shot. Now down to about 0.3 seconds on Brandon Ellis. Is someone like Christian Pena did, that one race wonder. Brandon Pena won at North Wilkesboro, stealing the win from Brandon Ellis, snapping his 5-race win streak, but Brandon Ellis has come back and won the last 2. The 80 to the back bumper trying to do something. It's right on board.
We're under caution.
Caution out. Sean McLaughlin wrecks. Let's get that replay up. Okay, this is going to be between the 14 and the 77. Oh, 77 has way too much. 14 has way too much speed. Spins to 77.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of drivers make it down pit road, including Christopher Rosca. Trent Bestgrove. Potts, Fullard. Elvis stays out. That 80 has been on a really, really strong run tonight. Catching him multiple times. Let's actually bring in the 80 here of Christopher
All right, guys,
Smith.
what we're going to do with that caution is the lap before
Got two Chris's now.
the 77.
Hey, 80 of Christopher Smith. This is the boys in the booth. You got a copy.
What we see was just retaliation coming into the corner there.
Yes, sir, I got you.
So we're just going to.
What a run. Currently on the, obviously teammates, but on the tail of the 70. Do you think you can pass him and get the win tonight?
Yeah, I don't know, man. This track's really hard to pass. You basically have to dive bomb in there, and I don't want to do that to him. But we'll see what we can do right here.
Yeah, you two are teammates along with Fullard and Coleman. ECR has been dominating the league, especially Brandon Elvis. Do you plan on putting a stop to Brandon Elvis tonight, or are you kind of willing to kind of let him run his own race because he's your teammate?
I definitely want to win, so we'll see what we can do.
All right, thank you. Hopefully we will see you again in the interview booth for the win. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you, man.
That was Christopher Smith in the 80. Third caution. Caution extend. We're coming up with less than 20 laps to go here at the Bullring. Going to be interesting to see what Smith can do on Brandon Elvis. Top three dominated by ECR, with Elvis, Smith, and Coleman being on ECR, the same team. Rosca up to 6th on new tires. Hopefully he can do something to kind of turn around his race. Pace car pulls off onto pit road. ECR leads, going to lead the field of green with less than 20 laps to go. And the green flag is back out. 20 laps to go. Brandon Elvis with a really good jump. That 80 gets a half-decent jump. 80 and the 41 teammates battling. The 15 and the 71 are going to try to throw their hat into the ring here.
Yeah,
Ross goes through a terrible start up to 8th. Hits the wall a little bit. This is the battle for 9th position.
Will this kid be putting Rosca in last? This might.
Whoa! Big wreck in the back. Caution out.
Not on purpose. I don't know who checked up.
Caution out.
So is this scheme a BMW? Or
The 14, no, that is an old Mustang. Let's get that replay pulled up here. This looks like he might be on the 00 here. Let's see. Oh, nope, huge checkup.
so he wrecks the car in 7th place. That's not nice.
This is going to be the 14. Let's ride on board here. This is on board the 14 to Trent Bestgrove. Comes down, huge checkup in front of him. He has nowhere to go. The 14 also has nowhere to go.
No, I think I blame that on Rosca.
That is not on Rosca.
I know, but like I just kind of like blaming everything on him.
Yeah, you do.
Hmm?
Yeah, you do. 18 laps to go here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What an action-packed second race. First race, all green and dominated by Brandon Elvis. This one, mostly been dominated by Brandon Elvis.
Restart is on the leader in the box.
Most of the laps in tonight's event. But hopefully someone else will be able to put a stop to that.
I think the only way they're gonna do that is if they wreck the Elvis out.
Yeah. Yeah, currently led 24 out of, I want to say, 30 or 40 laps tonight. Led most of them. Pace car should lights go off on the pace car when green here, presented by Manny 14 Crafts. Hopefully this will be the last caution in tonight's event, but there's only one way to find out here. Nope, lights on the pace car back on. Let's get race control's opinion on this.
Of course.
Hey Colton, we're
What?
on next to the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Hang on 1 sec here.
All right. Yep. Currently some issues here with race control. Lights on the pace car are off. It should be 1 to
I
green.
don't know what's going on. I'm clicking on the right name and it's doing whatever it wants here.
Lights on the pace car back on. Hopefully we get race control's opinion here shortly once he becomes available.
Of course.
Alright, then I'll just have to clear you, I guess.
Yeah, it'll give me a black on the green and then just clear it.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. Why was the caution getting extended there over and over again?
Trying to get everybody back on the lead lap. That's 1 lap down. And of course my iRacing is messing up
My
here.
overlay is going crazy.
Trying to get everybody right. I click on the right name and it's giving it to somebody else. So
That's definitely odd. Hopefully you got that all sorted out. Thank you for the clarity.
thank you.
Green flag back out here. Brandon Elvis with a really good jump. The 41 with a good jump too. That's not the right person. That's Christopher Rosca back up to... Okay, now he's back in 8th. Okay. Pulling a really good jump. Here comes the 80 on the inside of the 41. Teammate on teammate here. Oh no, that's the 71. Makes the pass. Top 3
He's
all...
missing.
Top 3 here, all ECR drivers. Brandon Elvis leads the event. 16 laps to go.
Okay, I'm no genius when it comes to racing, but I think I might just know who's going to win tonight.
Oh! Something going on here in the back. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be Christopher Rosca. Or Frank Barbary is currently sitting in the pits, because you know you can win the race from the pits.
I was about to say, I don't think Christopher Ross is winning anything.
Yeah, Frank Barbary's been in the pits for 15 minutes. I don't think he's winning this one. Brendan Elvis is still out in the lead. But not by a lot as we approach 10 laps to go. Let's do one more. Crank it up.
Oh, I can't believe I saved that. Yeah, sorry about that.
5 laps left here at the second and final twin 50 here for the Las Vegas Showdown Twin 50s. Brendan Elvis extended his lead to about a second, but the battle is heating up throughout the pack. The 80, who was in second contender for the lead there, is now down to 6th. The 80 gets the pass done on, the 00 gets the pass done on the 77, Rosca up to 8th. Kyle DeMoss up to 4th, has moved up 2 positions.
Alright guys, big racing tonight. I know you're not finished with the race, I'm just coming in before the race is over.
3 laps to go here, coming to 2.
Park on the front stretch and go into the interview waiting room. Please stay in your cars. The
2 laps to go. All of both twin races have been dominated by Brandon Elvis. A name everyone's very familiar with. I feel like I'm commentating for 3 F1. Everyone sees him in 3 with Max Verstappen. 1 lap to go, presented by Manny Fortune Crafts. No one has been able to touch Brandon Elvis all night long, and that will stay that way as he comes down the backstretch. Just very familiar with my switch in the last race, because the exact same thing is happening through turns 3 and 4. Brandon Elvis dominates the entire night. Yes, the entire night. Brandon Elvis sweeps the twins. He wins the Vegas Showdown Twin 50s.
I feel as if I am not surprised.
Such an idea to you.
What a race.
Guys, I knew it. I knew he was going to win.
As it looks like there was a post-race incident here. Let's get that replay pulled up here. It was taken from, I believe this was involving the 77. Maybe not. Oh, nope, Oh, yep, there was a post-race incident. Let's back this up here. I believe it was between... Nope, that was just the 14, I believe, wrecking. Let's get that replay up here. Oh yeah, he just floored him. Okay, I thought something happened. Brandon Elvis wins tonight's event. Let's pull him in for his post-race interview, presented by Manufactured Crafts.
We shall.
Brandon Elvis, this is the boys at the booth. Congrats on your, what is the 7th win on the season?
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
Yeah, this is because you weren't here for the first race and you lost one. Yeah, that's 7.
7 and 8. 7 and 8.
Yeah, so this is your 6th win because you missed.
No, I had 6 already, I think. Okay. This is the 7th race.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So your 7th win here. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the car was a little bit too tight. I felt like those boys that came in and got tires, they were going to be able to catch me, but I was thinking that it was going to plateau and get too tight on them because the taking to your right side usually gets you too tight when the car is already too tight as it is. So I was thinking that they weren't going to be able to do anything with me once they got there unless they moved me, which, I mean, they're good drivers, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to get around me there, but it just kind of paid off in the end, staying on the original set of tires there.
Yeah, and what a race, dominating both twins, just like you did the last time we had the twins at the USA International Speedway for the Twin 40s. You just seem to be fast everywhere.
I don't know, man. I just been getting lucky, I guess. But the Bullring is it's my kind of racetrack, real rhythm-based track, and I seem to do better at these style racetracks, the smaller ones, and just kind of fits my driving style, I guess you could say. But man, it's good race. It's fun coming from the back in that second one.
Yeah, that's a fun race. That's a fun part about watching you compete in these twin races is that you're forced to start at the back, and it's really fun seeing you kind of sneakily make your way up through the pack, and no one really notices it until you're at the front. And I think that's an amazing thing that you do.
Yeah. Well, tonight just being at the right place at the right time. This is really the reason I got back up there. Those guys had some misfortune, and I kept getting the bottom lane on the restart. The top was just terrible. There was no passing anybody on the top side tonight, so just kind of got lucky there. And cards, I put everything on black in it, and I hit.
Yeah, sometimes gambling pays off. Thank you for joining us, Brandon Elvis. Go celebrate your umpteenth win this season.
All right, I just want to get before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Adam and Coleman and Chris. Appreciate those guys. Those are my teammates. Glad they joined up. And
whoops, accidentally. Okay, let's bring him back in. Sorry, I moved you in way too early. Finish that thought.
Yeah. It was just cool to have the teammates up front there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Now you can go to the waiting room. Thank you for joining us. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, time to bring in the second place finisher, which is Coleman. Let's bring him in. Justin Coleman, congrats on second place. It's Robert McKay and Cone Haas in the GFRM broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Congrats on the podium. Great night for ECR racing. What are your thoughts after that one?
Ooh, man, I wish this thing would turn. The right front is screaming, but no, overall it was a good race. I had fun. I tried there at the end to get up to Brandon to try to do something, but man, this thing's just so tight. You can't hardly do anything with it. But
and
nonetheless,
really
congratulations.
Brandon anyway.
No, that dude is smooth. He is a smooth operator for sure. Big congratulations to him, obviously my teammate. Adam Fulford rounded out the podium, another teammate, and Chris was up front running with us, but had some trouble there late and fell back a little bit. But overall, it was a good race.
Yeah, and it was a great night for ECR as well. You mentioned smooth operator. I said in the broadcast, I said, it almost feels like I'm commentating the 2023 F1 season here. I mean, Brandon Elvis has just been winning absolutely everything.
Yeah, he's a tough competitor for sure. He's hard to beat. You don't get him making mistakes very often, and if he does, you better capitalize on it quick because they come far and few between.
Yeah, exactly, and he recovers from them really nicely too. Thank you for joining us,
yes.
Justin Coleman. Congrats on the second place.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Time to bring in the third ECR driver. Third place, Adam Fullard. Welcome to the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, congrats on the third place there. Great night for ECR, as I said in the last two interviews. All three of you finished on the podium. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, first race, second place was pretty good. Be that close to Elvis, and then the second race, I don't really know what happened on that start. They kind of checked up, and I was gassed it up, and long story short, ended up wrecking my damn teammate. So that's a good way to that's a good way to do a team introduction. This first week I'm actually a part of it.
Pulled a Denny Hamlin.
Basically, yeah. The only difference is I think I made it worse on myself, but that's a story for another day. I'll never live that one down. Overall, the car is just way too tight, especially in that second race. The first race, it wasn't as bad. The second race in traffic, this car is absolute junk. But overall, though, I mean, 2 podiums, a second place and a third place, I'll take it for points. Glad ECR could get, top 3 both races. Obviously, I mean, me, Elvis, Coleman, and Smith, we're all working as hard as we possibly can to, to be as good as we are. We race together quite often. So I got to thank my sponsors for this: Sunset Pest Control, Diamond Cleaners, Quality Marine Welding, LNA Tire and Auto, CarQuest and Supply, Rankins Engines, ECR. I got to thank Colton for putting on the league, and then yourself and Coan for sitting there doing this broadcast. It's pretty cool to be able to get our sponsors out there, not just on track in real life, but also in the virtual world. Glad anytime we can sit there and give them more exposure, that's always going to help us in the long run.
Yeah, me and Colin certainly enjoy the races, and iRacing kind of, especially in your case with your real life sponsors being on your virtual car, kind of gives, as you said, different kind of exposure, right? For the folks that can't make it to the racetrack, or like myself who just can't afford to get flow racing and all that, or can't make it out to the track. I know my local short track is Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway up in Nashville, Tennessee, and they do really sporadic races. It's really hard for me to get up there. So it kind of does give you that another really cool way to get out to more people and advertise.
Oh yeah, wholeheartedly. I mean, anytime, like I said, we can get our sponsors more publicity, again, not just on track but off the track. I mean, that's going to help us. That's going to help them. The more sponsorships that we can secure in real life, that's going to keep the short track and grassroots going. And that's obviously the key part. That's why some of your tracks are folding. That's why some of your, even your cars can't run as often as we just can't find the sponsors. So anytime we can do something as simple as this and it's getting broadcasted, I mean, that's just one more selling point that we can use. And it's, again, we're very thankful that we're able to have this because it's helped all of us, on both aspects of it.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. Short track racing is a dying community. I'm going to use Nashville Fairgrounds as an example. The reason they can't host as many races as they do is because they built the Nashville FC soccer stadium right next door, and they can't have a race when a Nashville FC game is because they use the fairgrounds as parking. So that really limits it. It's also now surrounded by a whole bunch of condos, and people complain that they built their house next to a racetrack. But that's a debate for another day. But you're right. Short tracks are kind of dying, and I'm glad that you guys are finding a way to help out your sponsors in any way that you can.
Oh yeah, man, wholeheartedly. And as far as the Nashville stuff, the condos and the soccer thing, both those things, I'll go ahead and just say this on the broadcast. They can go to hell. I mean, don't build next to a racetrack and complain. I mean, it's going to be loud.
Yeah, they literally. So before, if you go into it showed in the Nashville Fairgrounds scan on iRacing. That's how it actually used to be. Before there were condos and the soccer stadium there used to be the Tennessee State Fair Ag Center. And they demolished that, built the condos. Like, if you go out, to the concession stand behind the grandstands and bathrooms and all that, the condos is literally right there. Like, you could walk over there in less than 30 seconds. Like, they're right there. And people still complain. And I'm like, you built condos next to a racetrack. What did you expect?
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened with Myrtle Beach Speedway. I mean, that was mine and Elvis's home track, and it's tore down. There's a bunch of condos now, so it's unfortunate. I hate it, but we're racing at Florence Motor Speedway now. He's sitting there doing broadcast stuff there, so I mean, at least we were able to find another track. Again, very thankful for that, but. Hopefully, not just with iRacing, but hopefully we can get some more people involved in short track racing and get some of these tracks from not closing down. And if anything, revive them. I mean, almost like how Wilkesboro was. If we want to have a sport here in the next 20 years, it starts at your short tracks. Also, got to thank my girlfriend for not being mad at me for doing iRacing like 90,000 times a damn week, it seems like. So I know she's watching, so Kaylee, thank you. Other than that, like I said, guys, appreciate everything y'all do for us and everything. Looking forward to the next race, and gonna try my best to outrun that damn 70 car, but
yeah, there's not much that anyone's been able to do. Thank you for joining us. What a great interview, Adam Fullard, and having your girlfriend be mad at you for doing iRacing must be a nice problem to have. Thank you. All right, time to bring in our in-car broadcaster. This is the 00 of not Cohen Haas, Christopher Rosca. Tough race tonight.
Yeah, these drivers are really fast.
Yeah, you finished last among the cars that finished the race both times. We're up at the front a few times, trying to place a pit strategy, but nothing really ever worked out for you.
Nope. Nothing ever worked out, and that's sometimes how racing goes. Just looking forward to get back into the booth next week, and I think this late model might go into the MRC Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you got to put it in the museum because we don't have enough cars to put in there.
Yeah, that practice car is definitely going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Roscoe. We'll see you tomorrow for the season opener for the Gaslight Racing League, and we'll get to that with our next interview. Thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right, time to bring in, last but not least, Colton Briner, GMRL race owner and race control. Welcome to the booth. Great race. Second one was filled with caution, but that first one was nice, clean, and green.
Yeah, definitely. We really liked the first feature tonight. The guys, they pretty much drove with their head. And it was good, clean racing. Some of them were tight under a blanket. We like to see that. The second race, I went over to the race radio and I said, all right, we got our one clean race of the night. Does that mean we're in trouble for the second one? And they said, we're going to give it hell. And we got a couple cautions in there, but I appreciate these guys that come out. For the most part, 99% of the racing, they're very clean. They give each other respect, and they have fun, and they're just very competitive out there, and that's what we appreciate and we like to see.
Yeah, exactly. Nice, clean, and green. Something I want to bring up is tomorrow you'll be doing race control for our very own, our brand new series, the Gaslight Racing League. I want to give the folks at home some snippets on that.
Yeah, it's a new upcoming league with the late models. I know they have had previous seasons and series before. Christopher Kurtz brought me in there. He's in our league here, and he wanted to join up together to help each other out so we're not fighting for drivers between the classes. So it kind of helps out working with another league, kind of sharing drivers and making sure our schedules are different and, running different series at a different time. And then it keeps the drivers involved in racing during the week. So I got to give my hats off to Rob over there, Chris Kurtz, for welcoming me in. I just started doing graphics for them, and then they had to switch out their race control, so they had nobody. And I agree with Chris. He reached out to me. He said, his anxiety with trying to make sure he's making the right calls and getting through it to get everybody back racing and off the yellow flag. He just couldn't do it. So I offered to throw it out there. I said, hey, I'll do it. And they welcomed me in with warm hands. So I really appreciate them over there. They're trying to help get us out there and, bringing me in to fill another night during the week of racing here.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun to see what happens there. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. And
I think I cut him off there too early. Well, that concludes the broadcast tonight. This has been the Grease Monkey Racing League Twin 50s at Las Vegas Motor Speedway's Bullring. Robert McKay, Cohen Haas. See you tomorrow for the season opener for the Gaslight Racing League at Southern National Motor Speedway. Thank you for joining us.
All right.